Hello. Um, we're on back again with another drawing episode from this drawing that never seems to end apparently because I just keep adding more stuff to it and making it longer than it needs to be. But yeah, this will be what, letter F, I think? I don't know. I get lost with how many videos I've done with this one drawing already, but it is yeah, it's getting out of hand. Let's just say that it's getting out of hand. Anyways, today on this video, I'm working on, I could finally pronounce the word right, scythe. That's what a friend told me it is on here, so it's scythe. I was calling it a grass hook, whatever. Anyways, that's what I'm working on. I'm just doing the highlights and the tones on that, as you could see. I was gonna give it a metal finish, but then I felt like there's just too much metal stuff already in the video, or drawing, whatever. There's very too many metal objects and stuff, so I decided to go with a greenish color to offset the robes or rags, whatever the character's wearing. I thought it'd be a nice touch, like a subtle like light green would be perfect with the dark green that to complement it pretty much, you know what I mean? Just to complement it. So that's what I was doing, just doing the highlights and all that for the hand and the shadows to fit properly behind it's gonna be behind the pole, so also have to work on those shadows and highlights. This part could get very tedious and time consuming. As you can see, I'm like going back and forth and just running it back and forth, just doing the shading. And sometimes you have to like zoom out, like I said, to look at everything from a faraway scope, and you start thinking, why am I doing this? And is this enough? Does it matter? I don't know. You get all these thoughts in your head. At least I do. And then it's like, whatever, I'm just gonna slap on some bandages or wraps, whatever you want to call them, just to give it some more texture and just to offset that streak of light that I did on the handle. So yeah, I'm just doing some random patterns of wraps, wrappings, whatever. Like if it was put together, just to give it more personality, more character. You know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. And I'm just there's like no rhyme or reason where they go. It's just all random. Trying not to make it all look the same. So give a little crisscross here, a little applesauce over there. Gotta put some inside the palm of the hand to give it more of a overall feel. I don't know, to balance it out. I don't know. And maybe I could have stopped right there. Maybe I could have stopped right there and just that was it. I didn't have to go all the way down the fucking thing. But then I was like, no, I gotta go all the way down the thing. I gotta make it look consistent. Because we're all about consistency. I love consistency. So we're gonna go all the way down. So that's what I did. I was starting to go all the way down, and then that thing's supposed to be behind the character, so that's why I didn't do that. I skipped over to the other side. So I'm doing the ends of that. And I was like, okay, this is how the wrap is like hanging off at the very tail end. I'm like, oh, how's the wrap gonna look? So I'm erasing and not erasing and going back and forth and moving it around, trying to get it the right way. Uh, I was like, I don't want to deal with it. Let me just go back to the top. Let me do the highlighting the shadows for this thing now. And that was keep in mind this whole little video was like another 5 hours of drawing. So I spent a good like 2 hours on this fucking thing alone. This pole just going back and forth. I sometimes, well, I know I'm crazy, and this is proof of my craziness right here because you're seeing it in real time. Just like, why would I do all this? Why am I doing all this? But that's what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, I'm just of just doing highlights to that and shadows. I'm trying so hard to make this sound exciting, but at the same time I want to document all this. I don't want to like it would just be boring if I just like, showed you the end result of the drawing, which I'm not even done with it yet. I'm almost done with it. Trust me, I promise. It would be just boring if I just showed you the end result and not the whole process. That's what I love about these videos I'm making. I like going through the whole process of it because it validates for me my time spent on this shit. Like, oh yeah, it took me a while to get there, and but it's hard to make this shit sound exciting. I really am trying. And like I said, if you're just watching this with the mute button on, that's totally cool. I respect that. Uh, if you're watching at all, to be honest, but like, yeah, it's just hard to make it sound fun when talking about this. This is not the fun part. For me, I dread stuff like this. Is like, but I have to do it. My brain says I have to do it. I have to do it. Um, So yeah, and then you do one little light on the one wrap, and then you gotta do it on the others because it's gotta match some sort of consistency. And then like you're pushing and pulling, like I always say, push and pull with your colors, your color palette. So you're like, oh wait, this one's too dark. I gotta go over there to do those more lighter. Oh wait, these are too light. I gotta go back and do those more. So it's like you're going back and forth, and before you know, it, you're going crazy in your mind. And you're losing your brain. That's what happened to me. I lost my mind 20 times over with this drawing already, and probably like 5 of it alone in this one video. But I'm going back and forth, trying to make it look consistent in some form. I don't know, man. I just go off of like what I know, and like I said, I grew up reading comic books and shit like that, and so like, those characters that like had staffs and sticks and shit for weapons, they always drew them with like fucking wraps for days, and just give them all this crazy texture, just to give it some cool edge to it, you know. So like, I'm just doing what I know. I'm just doing what I know. That's all I know. That's what I'm doing, and yeah, like none of it's perfect. If you zoom in the way I'm zooming in right there, you can see it's not perfect. There's crooked lines and some are out of shape. Nothing's perfect. But if we could fool the eye into thinking it's perfect or, good enough, then we've accomplished what we were trying to do. At least I think so. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. See how I'm just like struggling with it. I do it dark, and oh, let me do it light. And I go back to dark, and let me try this other side now. Let me just get these down, make them all look the same in some form. It's like, man, does it take a lot? It takes a lot of mental energy to do all this, I swear. I don't know why I do it. I honestly don't know why I do it, but I do. Just going back and forth, jumping between the sections, trying to match them all together. Um, yeah, this is making me sleepy just watching it in speeded up version. Um, it's I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm zoning out now. I'm sorry. I'm losing it. And I'm jumping to that side, doing the same shit over. Like I said, I could have sped this part up. I could have made this video even faster, but I wanted to document it. I don't know. Because I took a lot of time on it. I know I'm repeating myself. I know I'm sounding like a broken record at this point, but it's fun, isn't it? Isn't it? Maybe not. And there's the rap at the end. give a little highlight to it, you know? Trying to keep it all consistent, even though you know it's not. And I'm just trying to do one on the top. But then I was like, nah, it's not cool if I do one on the top too. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking right there. I was just going with it. And I don't know. I like that hand, man. I drew that hand. I just really like that hand. I talked about it on the previous video of this drawing, how much it I just like my brain said, you know what, this is like a Doctor Doom homage. And that's like I went for. I was like, yeah, that's what this is. I subconsciously, whatever that word is, did it without even thinking about it. Like an homage to him. But then now I'm trying to darken up the pole a little bit more. Erasing the edges and putting the fingers back on it because, like, you know, the fingers were being swallowed up from behind it. So I'm erasing some of it to make it. And I'm erasing that side so it could be behind the pole and behind the body. Now I'm cleaning up the edges of the top handle. This is where I had a little fun because I just spent like at least a good hour or two on the fucking pole. How boring that was. This is where I started having fun again because now I started creating again. Because I said there's a balance. You gotta like love to create and love to do the other shit too, the technical stuff. So I started creating. I was like, I can't just do a simple little top handle. I gotta do something on it. Give it some personality, some character. So I thought I'll just draw like a little face on it. I was like, yeah, that's what I'll do, a little face. But I was like, you know what? The face looks weird on the back side. I'll draw a face on the front side. So here's me trying to draw a face on it or something. Something to make it look cool. Just gain ideas in my brain. What could I draw on it? And I was like, well, I'll just draw like a skull because a skull face because they're kind of associated with Grim Reapers, right? Um, Even though this is supposed to be for like a tool that you would use in a crop field or something. So I started drawing a skull. It's like, well, they also are associated with Grim Reaper, so I'll draw a skull on it. So here's me drawing the skull, just messing around, grabbing colors from the already things that I used on the arms and the pole. And yeah, just playing with color, as you could see. And the highlights, and not trying to get too technical with it because I don't want to go into a whole nother thing with this either. Just trying to make a simple little skull design. And yeah, just really having fun with those colors. Zooming out just to get a perspective on things again, as I always do. Um, yeah, then I'm just like, okay, now I'm gonna give it some really dark, bold black lines. Throw some more highlights in it. The skull doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna be so tiny it doesn't even matter. But I'm giving it color. I just thought I'll throw in some nice little pink, light little pink in there. Make it really pop. Then I copied the layer, so I guess I fuck up. Copied the layer, shrunk it down where I wanted it, stuck it on the handle, uh, started drawing around it, and there you go. As you can see, I'm just like drawing around it to, morph it into the thing, make it like it's a part of it. Like, oh, let me shave this side down. I don't know why. I'm just experimenting. I'm having fun. This is the fun part of the drawing. This is what I like to do, is create weird stuff. So, yeah. Drawing a weird little handle on that too. And yeah, just coming up with fun things in your head, just exploring what possibilities you could do. That's what I love about art. Just coming up with new stuff on the whim. And then oh yeah, I just put like those little I don't know what they are. Little balls or beads or rubies. I don't know what the hell it is. I just put it on there. Make it look cool. Make it look awesome. Give it some personality. Trying to match the colors with the skull. Give it consistency, as I say. And then yeah, adding some light to it. Putting light on the skull. Just going for it. Just playing with color. Just going for it. Not being afraid to dance with the colors, you know? You can't be afraid to dance with color. Color's your best friend, you know? Throwing some bold highlights in there now. Really, really going for it. And you throw some bold highlights in, and then you tone them down so they're not too bold. Yeah, I don't know. Does it look cool? You tell me. I don't know. I'm just having fun. You have to have fun after all that other technical shit I just did for 2 hours. You gotta have some fun between it. So, just giving it more of a highlight of the outline, just making it darker. Then I got bored or started procrastinating and started drawing stuff on the other head that I was gonna throw away, and I just drew like a little hood. I just made a whole other character. I was like, stop, gotta get back on target. You know, stop distracting myself. So there I am, washing down the pole, trying to keep it consistent. And I was like, oh, should I draw this a little lighter? No, I don't know, because I kind of like it the way it is, dark. I kind of feel like it looks cool dark. If I do it light, it's gonna throw it off. So I said, oh, fuck it. Time to fix the. Remember in the last video, I said I was gonna fix the lighting of the gears because I didn't like the way I did them. I did them backwards. So here is me jumping down to something else, and I'm doing the highlights of the gears from top to bottom now, not side to side, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because I wanted the light source to be hitting the front side of the face of the character. So it didn't really make sense looking back at it that the lighting on those gears were going was it horizontal? I don't know. Whatever. You see what I'm doing. I'm now doing the highlights from the other two sides, just to give it like it's actually shining down on it. And that's what I'm doing. And I have to do that for both the gears. See that one too. So I'm erasing all that. Plus, you couldn't on that one especially. If I would have left it like that, it wouldn't have made sense because like it's underneath the arm or the body, right? It's covered up. Where is that light source coming from? Nowhere. So I had to like adjust that light source as well to make it bounce off the top, not the underneath of the body. Because I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Light has always been an issue with me. When I was in art school, art class, whatever, I was constantly being told, "Oh, where's your light source at? Where's your light source at? You got your light sources all over the place." And I'm always like, "Why is there always gonna be only one light source in a drawing? Why can't there be multiple light sources bouncing off, some heavier than others?" And yeah, it always like confused me about stuff like that. They always wanted, "Where's your light source at?" Well, I'm telling you that there's more light sources than one. Look around you. And but for this drawing, yeah, I'm just trying to keep that heavy light source consistent where it's balancing out that metal face. As you can see right there, when I zoomed out, it's bouncing off at an angle. So that way the gears, all that has to be lighted the right way. Um, yeah, and this is me playing with the layers because I have so many different layers. I'm getting confused which layer I'm on. And now I'm gonna add the scratches to this section of the arms of arm whatever. Just the subtle scratches that you probably wouldn't even fucking see at the end of the drawing, but whatever. And that's what I'm doing. Um, trying to make this sound exciting, but I don't know. And there's the other scratches I'm doing to that arm part of the arm. It's wild. It's just wild how much detail I'm putting into this thing. And then yeah, adding the scratches of the other gear, erasing all the excess on the sides, like I always do. Oh, that's right. And then I got to add the scratches on the hand as well. Look at that. I just love that hand. I don't know why. Erasing all the little crevices where the shadows would be for the hand. And then checking what layer I'm on. Okay, now my brain was ready to play with the skull again, so I went back to the skull and I was like, oh, fuck it. I jumped away from the skull. I just jump around. When I get tired of one area for a while and staring at it, I have to jump to another area, or else I'll lose my mind. And then there you are, see me mess with the rags, trying to finish them off on this arm. Trying to finish this arm in general, because I've been working on it for 2 videos. And I'm just lost in all the layers, like what the fuck layer am I on? Just going back and forth, trying to figure out which layer is which. That's why you see it flipping around so much. And then I'm doing more highlights to the shadows to those tears. Overall, my goal with this video was just to get the arm finally done. Well, both arms. The hand, the tool that he's using in his hand, and the pole, cross, whatever you want to call it. That was my goal for this video, and that's what I did. Was finishing up those major uh components. Then here I am trying to go back and rework this arm because I felt like it was too long, and I was like, wait, is it too long or is it the tube sticking out of his end of his hand too long? So I was like trying to measure all that. As you can see, I'm measuring. It's like, oh, they look about the same. There's no problem there. I think it's those little things right there, those tubes. They gotta be more pushed in because it's kind of representing like he got his hand pulled off on that arm compared to the other. So that's why I'm just redrawing the folds and yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm sorry this video is not as fun as the other ones. This is more of just doing the grunt work of the drawing. Doing all the not so fun stuff. And yeah, maybe I could have saved this video and combined it with another one, the next one, whatever. But like that would require me to talk more in a session. That'd be insane. I don't have to. I want to make these videos, cut them in 5 hour increments. That way I don't have to talk as much. Because if I were to put all the videos together, it'd probably equal like 4 hours or 5 or something. I don't fucking know. We're on letter F, right? Or something. So I don't want to talk for that long in one video. So that's why I'm doing them in sections. Plus, it's a lot of you know, a lot of memory on my hard drive that I have to save, so it's better just to throw all these videos out in sections. So, try and make it sound cool. Try and make it sound cool. But yeah, I'm doing the back highlights of the rips. And once again, just flipping around those layers, seeing where I'm at. I have some cool ideas, and I'm already working on the next video. Trust me, it's a different set of pace for the drawing for sure. I'm adding some more stuff to it, and it's gonna be more fun in my opinion. Maybe, I don't know. Like, why am I so? Why do I care so much about these little rips and folds? I don't know, but I'm so into them. Like, oh no, this one's too big, or oh, this one looks too small. Oh, this is too skinny. I gotta thicken it up a bit. Like, I'm so into like every little fucking thing on this drawing. Look at that. I'm just erasing and adding back and like losing my mind. I'm fighting it. Trust me. What you're saying me do right there is fight the drawing. I'm like I like to fight these drawings. Like just mentally fight them as hard as I can. Then I drew that little squiggly line right there just to like for a few seconds, just to distract my mind. Because sometimes if I stare at stuff for too long, I'll I'll go blank. So I have to like draw something next to it to like you know just get a different perspective and say, okay, let me zoom my thoughts out. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I do. Just little stupid tricks like that to keep my mind fresh. Yeah, I'm listening to music or podcast or YouTube videos, but like it's visually, you have to look at something else for a minute just to take your mind into a new perspective. If you're staring at something for too long, like when these drawings I'm doing, you will start to go blank. Um, I'm doing more shadowing and stuff, whatnot. I think after this part, I'll work on the pole, cross, whatever. Also, don't be offended if you are religious or whatever, because the more I look at this drawing, the more it does look like the character's being crucified or whatever the fuck. I'm not religious, but if you are, don't take offense to it. It's just I don't know, please don't take offense to it, because I'm not trying to offend anybody on that sense. Like I said, I'm not religious, and I don't really I'm not trying to poke fun at anybody's religion or anything, whatever. But yeah, I don't want to get too deep into that. Um, it just so happens to be a cross. I don't know. I was like, where else the fuck are you gonna hang a scarecrow on? Up just a one stick pole? But yeah, there you go. I'm just starting to draw that now. Flesh that out. It's supposed to be metal. Cleaning it up, trying to make it look cool, presentable, whatever. But yeah, not religious whatsoever. Not against it either. Believe whatever you want to believe, if whatever helps you. Um, and I was trying to like make it look like it's all rusted out or dingy, dirty looking, and Yeah, like I said, these little sections of the drawing can get real tedious too. I have some plans for this poll. I know I have some other thoughts I want to do with them. I think I'll eventually, towards the end of the drawing, I'll go back and work on the head. I know it's been so long since I've touched the head. The head was the first. I don't know if you've seen the rest of my drawing videos, but if you have, you have. But like, you would know that the very start of this particular drawing videos, of this drawing, whatever it was, the head. That was the first thing I drew. So it's been a while since I've touched that head. And I'm just trying to give more I don't know, detail to this pole, add like it was like welded together with rivets and shit. And I was trying to keep it consistent because I didn't want to draw those little fucking dots over and over and not make them look consistent. So I'm playing with that, which is a whole nother thing. And then copying it, putting it on top, and it's like taking it down, trying to do it in the back too. Like right there, I'm drawing it in between the body, and like you're not gonna see that, notice that, but I did it anyways. There it is. And yeah, that's what it is. Uh, hopefully you liked this video and you found it interesting and entertaining. I don't know, I tried my best. The next one for sure will be more interesting, I think, more creative. This was just finishing up stuff that needed to be finished up. Um, but yeah, so far I think it's going fine. Just gotta keep working on this, and I have some more ideas, like I said, and we'll see where it goes from there. But thanks for watching. Um, I will see you on the next one, and I'm gonna let this video finish playing out. Thank you for watching.